Right guys, Gaffed is back, and if you saw my Gaffer's Skiving upload today, yeah, I did manage to get out of that, guys. You saw that person walking down, that was the boss's daughter coming down to the bonfire. I managed to sneak away into the undergrowth without anybody seeing me. Brilliant. I was telling you about an idea I've got. This is it. It uses my post-it note and the telepathy deck. So you're going to get your spectator to think of any card in the deck. Can be any card, just think of one in your mind for me. But I want you to be honest now and don't change your mind. And just to be sure you don't change your mind, I'm going to stick a post-it note in my box, use that as a bit of a platform, and just write a card on there for me. So let's say they go for the 8 of clubs. I want you to take this, fold that up and stick it in your pocket so I can't see it. Just get the cards out, and you can already see it was the 8 of clubs. It says it's written down there. They're not going to see this, it's going to be like this to them. But I'm just going to take out the 2 jokers. Now what I've done, these are 2 jokers with roughing balm on the bottom here and on the bottom here. So when I spread through from the bottom of the deck, these 2 cards should stay as one. So we're just going to take out the 2 jokers. So I'm going to fetch out this double joker. And now they said the 8 of clubs. All I'm going to do is pretend I'm looking for the other joker, but I'm just going to pull out the 8 of clubs. So right, I'm just going to find that other joker. Should be 2 jokers in here somewhere. Oh, there's the other joker. Take these 2 cards out, put this deck aside so they cannot see that you've got this telepathy deck there. You can then turn these cards over to show you've got 1, 2 jokers. You can show front and back. What I found was, because there's roughing balm on this point and this point, this joker wasn't sliding off cleanly enough for me. A couple of times it would sort of grab hold of the other card underneath. So what I thought I would do is just lift this up a little bit, get a tiny little thumb break, and then that would slide off nice and clean. It seems to be sliding off all right anyway now. So you've just, to the spectator, they've thought of a card. They've written it down. You've pulled out what they think of the 2 jokers, but these 2 are stuck together. So you've pulled out 2 cards. The other card you pulled out was their 8 of clubs. You're now going to show them you've got 1, 2 jokers. What I'm going to do now is turn this one face down and put these 2 on top. So I've got a joker, 2 jokers face up. I'm now going to turn over this packet. I'm going to buckle this card so I can get a break under the bottom card, and then just flip this joker back over and show 2 jokers. I'll put these on the table or put these jokers in their hand, whatever. And you're thinking of a card in the deck. So for the first time, what was the card you're thinking of? In fact, don't tell me, I don't want to know. What I want you to do is go through the deck in your mind. I want you to fan through the cards and find your card for me. You got it? When you find it, I want you to take it out in your imagination and throw it into my packet. Have you done it? You've thrown your card into my packet? Actually, can you take it out and turn it over face up and throw it in now for me? So in their imagination, they're going to pull out their card. They're going to turn it face up and they're going to throw it between your 2 jokers. Now to the spectator, this card is simply thought of at this point. They've written it down. This is clarity, that they don't change their mind. This was purely so you could get a reading on the telepathy deck to know what the card was. They've thought of it in their mind, they found it, and they've thrown it in between your 2 cards. Now wouldn't it be crazy if there was actually a card between the 2 jokers? You can turn it over and spread and show there are 3 cards now. 3 cards between the 2 jokers, because you threw your card in face up. You can pull out the card, you can show these 2 jokers. These are 2 jokers. Little bit of roughing balm on it, you get away with that. And the card that is between the 2 jokers now, a completely simply thought of card in their mind, is in fact their 8 of clubs. What do you think to that, eh? That has got some legs. You just need the good old magic slate telepathy deck, a couple of jokers, roughing balm on the face of this one on the bottom half, back of this one on the back half, so these 2 cards will stay together as one. What I did have to do though is take out the aces. So when you're performing this, I would say I want you to think of a card, but don't make it an obvious card like an ace. Because I've got this deck and I've got 2 extra jokers, it wasn't fitting into the box, but I do want all the cards, so I just took the aces out. So they would go in there. So they would think of another card now. Right, I just want you to think of a card for me and just write it on this post-it note. Let's say they go for the 10 of hearts. And if you could just write it nice and big so I can get an impression in your mind. So they're going to fold up this. You're going to turn this over, pull out this. You'll quickly have a look so you can see a 10 of hearts there. Right, I'm just going to pull out the 2 jokers. So there's a joker. I'm just going to pull out another joker. Obviously it's going to be like this. All you're going to do is pull out their chosen selected, freely selected card, the 10 of hearts. Take these out, put this down, get rid of it. Flip these over. Show 2 jokers, turn this one face down, put this one face up on the top, turn everything over, book all those 2 cards, take this joker, flip it over, square it all up, put it on the table. Right, I want you to take the card that you simply thought of out of an imaginary deck for me, and I want you to throw it into here, and I'm going to pull it out of your mind. And you can spread these cards to show there is now 1 card between, and it will be there. 10 of hearts. So let me know what you think to that, guys. It's an idea I came up with while I was supposed to be at work. It's dinner time, it's official, it was dinner time. So once again, thank you for all your support, and just let me know what you think. So comment, subscribe, like for more reveals. Cheers.